Hello, my dear friend. Here we are at the perfect latte, the perfect place to come, connect, chit chat, have some brainstorming going on, host your events, do workshops, and the energy of this place is just amazing. And I love to invite beautiful people doing amazing stuffs for the world, adding great value not only to other people's lives but to the community at large, right? So that not only people come to know what all can be done, because we can do a lot more most of the time than we're doing. At least that's the way I like to think. And also inspire other people to join, come on board and pitch in. Let's do it together because it's more fun when we do good things together, right? So without much further ado, I'm having my turmeric tonic tea, nice, beautiful, golden. And this is Noreen, a very, very good, cool friend who does this cool things, okay? And you will learn soon what she does. And we are here at the Perfect Latte, talking raw and real, heart-to-heart chat. So thank you so much, Noreen,
Thank you for
coming
having
here.
me. I appreciate
and,
it.
Taking the time out, driving out here to share your why, your passion with the whole world.
Absolutely, it's
I'm
my
very
pleasure.
grateful.
Thank you.
So, yes, please introduce yourself to your viewers.
Hi, my name is Noreen Nathani, and I'm here at the Perfect Latte with my dear friend Mo. And I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to sit down with you again
Yes.
and share what we offer, what we do, what I do personally, what my passion is, and share it with your beautiful viewers.
Thank you so much. So, tell me what it is that you do, and then follow it up with your why so that our viewers can know.
Okay, well, I'm a Montessori administrator, and I run a Montessori preschool. And the reason I do it is because of my own children. And anyone who is familiar with Montessori education must have heard the phrase, "Follow the child" by Maria Montessori. And I literally followed my own child to Montessori.
Wow. How many children do you have?
I have two beautiful boys, a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old.
You can't tell that she is a rocking mama of two grown boys. Almost
Two
grown.
really great boys.
We are so blessed, right? We're
you.
so blessed to have kids. And I can already tell that you're not only a rocking mama, but also a wonderful administrator, teacher, coach, whatever. You just have
you.
that energy about you.
We have a great team.
So, talking about the team, what's the name of your school again?
So the school's name is the Little Village School. It's in the Missouri
it.
City. Yes, it is a little village. As you know, I know we have heard the phrase, "It takes a village," and it really does. So we are here for our parents to support them in raising children that need to be, cared for, loved, and be raised for today's society.
Yes, and it's really hard to be a kid in today's world with so many information stimulation.
Yes.
And I also always tell people it takes a village to raise good, sensible, contributive kids. And I'm very passionate about moms and kids. Healthy mom can raise emotionally and physically healthy moms can raise healthy kids, and the support system from our schools is huge.
Absolutely.
Right? Teachers and the entire school system and the parent force working together, we can do amazing things for the kids, right?
Absolutely.
Amazing role models.
Yeah, and all the times, you hear conversations and schools, and everyone's just really focused on raising children, but really no one talks about raising parents. And many of us are first-time parents, very lost, and it's like, it's a profession in its own, and we sometimes don't think about it like that.
Yes, and we do mess up. Like when I mess up, I do go and apologize to my kids and tell them, "Sorry, mommy never had this job experience before. This is the first time. So can we learn and grow together?"
Oh, yes.
So and having such team of people who are doing things for raising kids as well as raising parents is so super helpful, especially in
Yes.
today's overwhelming society, right? So my Pia, she went to Montessori for almost a little more than a year, but I was very happy for half of the year experience, but the rest half, once the teacher left, I was not, because something changed. And I didn't know at that time. I was working full time, so I didn't know what changed. But I love the Montessori system as I have grasped. So, can you tell what exactly the Montessori system is and how beautiful it is, and why sometimes people don't get the experience that they were looking for?
So I think you're not alone when you say that you were really happy for half the year, and when the teacher left, then everything kind of changed. Because many of the Montessori school systems are based on a teacher-led approach, which means if the teacher is good, your classroom is good, then everything's great. But you're not getting the same experience in another classroom because everything is dependent on the teacher. At the Little Village School, we make sure we are a school-led approach, which means our toddlers, our infants, our early primary, after-school teachers are Montessori certified. Plus, we are a school-based approach, which means we know exactly what's supposed to be happening in each classroom. When you have that approach, then you have a consistent curriculum, whether your child is in primary A, primary B, or toddler A, toddler B, and your experience is going to be sustained because it's led by an administrator who understands Montessori. It's led by teachers and teams who are, experienced and have credentials. And I think that is something that is not uncommon even today. And we have a lot of families who have moved from other schools and shared the same experience. So you're not alone.
That's wonderful. So you have like constant training workshops for the teachers just to remind them sometimes, because again, education and training is so important, so vital, right?
I truly believe that when you invest in your team members, then you grow, because you cannot be everywhere and be everything to everyone. But when you reinvest in your teachers, when you provide them good benefits, when you are surrounding them with growth and motivation, then they stay, and then they are able to deliver your vision every single day. And that's what we do at the Little Village School.
That's so beautiful. Yes, because then they are personally motivated to pitch into your cause until finally they level up to that extent that your vision, their vision align, and it not only again becomes fun doing the work together, because now you have a common vision, but also they have the tools and tricks in their bags to be able to do that because they got the training for it. So any successful enterprise, I believe the two most important components of a successful enterprise is delegation and automation. So for that to happen smoothly, then we have to invest upfront in training, and that you do wonderfully. And I love your wisdom. Kudos.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But let's talk about Montessori. A lot of times people come to me and say, Montessori approach is not going to work for my child. And I always go back to them and say, Montessori is for every child. It may not be for every family because the families are not educated enough on what Montessori really is. Maria Montessori was someone like you, always wanted to give, always wanted to share, and she never copyrighted the term Montessori. Hence, everyone or anyone who wants to open a school can call themselves a Montessori, and parents won't know the difference. And unfortunately, because of that, sometimes Montessori is not received as what it's supposed to be. So if you're a parent and if your child is going to a Montessori, you really should look into and confirm that it is offering you a certified administrator, certified teachers, what kind of experience that your child has on a daily basis. Compare it to some research that's out there, and really make sure that you're getting the right education and the experience in the name of Montessori.
Wow, I'm just so getting into whatever she's sharing. I'm just absorbing so that I can share with more and more, because it's beautiful. And anything beautiful is totally worth sharing. Any knowledge you have gained, it's nothing if you don't share it and put it into practice, right? So what kind of support do you look for from the community when it comes to educating people about Montessori, letting them know what it really is, apart from what you just did. So how can we help get the true Montessori system back to places or niches where it's missing?
I really think it's an effort that we live through every day. I think first it starts from yourself. If you have a child in Montessori, educate yourself. Perhaps get a book on Montessori. See what it's all about, and then you will have a little bit more knowledge and advantage towards your own child, because you'll be able to tell, okay, this is what Montessori is, and this is what I am seeing. And then go talk to your administrators, go talk to your teachers, and say, I want to understand a little bit more about Montessori. Because Montessori, even though is like over 100 years old, Maria Montessori started this very long time ago, but there's a lot of science behind it. Something that people don't really talk about is the concept of multiple intelligences and how it's built into the Montessori curriculum. And a lot of people know multiple intelligences a lot more than the Montessori, but this many years ago, hundreds of years ago, Maria Montessori was able to deliver that, and deliver a concept to multiple intelligences, even though she may not have named it that way.
Wow, so much forward thinking. Smart girl.
Yeah.
You think, beyond.
Yes.
So you said your inspiration, your why started with following the child, which is basically the concept
Correct.
of Montessori.
Correct.
So what pushes you, what makes you wake up every morning and then get going? Everyday passion. What is it at the core of it?
So, we have an infant community that's really unique, and sometimes I know the parents of infants are just so nervous, and they're not sure where to put their child, and sometimes they don't know that the Montessori environment is very different than childcare. And I think one of the things, I have to say, I love all children in my school, but one of the things that I do the first thing in the morning is go visit the infant room. And just on a daily basis, there are so many changes that make you realize the work that you're doing is extremely special. When a child doesn't want to go home with their own parent, that tells you that you're providing a loving and caring environment. When children are falling into routines and they know that it's going to be snack time or playtime, and then they put their plates away, that tells you that what you're doing is going to last a lifetime.
Wow, I love it. I love it. I love
Thank you.
Oh, the motherhood comes out in the profession as well as leaders, right? Motherhood is the first example of leadership. So let us keep rocking as amazing leaders, home front as well as out there in the world. I am so grateful
Thank
for
you.
to
Thanks
be
for
here.
having
It was
me.
lovely talking again. It was.
Appreciate it.
I love these, just real, just heart to heart, chattering and sharing with our viewers. So please look up the Montessori system. Again, education is the basis of
Yes.
whatever we are trying to do.
Yeah.
People like Noreen here, she really exemplifies of what Montessori is.
Thank you. And I also offer a lot of parent workshops. So it doesn't matter where your school, what school your child attends. If you want to learn about Montessori, you're more than welcome to just connect with me, and I would be happy to share more information. I think there are some phenomenal Montessori schools out there, and I would be more than happy to guide you if needed. We would of course love for you to be there at the Little Village School, but if you have any questions, please do reach out to us.
Oh, I am now planning to make a visit ASAP.
Thank you.
And I wish I knew you, 6 years ago, but everything happens for a reason. Take care, my dears.
Thank
Have a
you.
blessed day, blessed life. Bye.